Internet, it is I, the real Randy Chavez. I'm coming at you today with a how to get rich video because we have a South Korean company called Zapata, and Zapata says that long term virtual reality, virtual real estate, virtual art is going to be a great long term plan for Gen Z. Now, it doesn't have to just be Gen Z. They're speculating, they're hypothesizing that Gen Z is going to be the generation to do that, but it doesn't have to be. It could be millennials, it could be Gen X, it could be anyone beyond, as long as they have the know how, if they have the knowledge, the will, and the power to be able to say, hey, this is something that we can do. And if you take my advice and say, do not let technology pass you by, this is something that could be able to help us in the coming months, years, decades, however you want to describe it. Where is everyone? Hello, Grandmaster Mawa. Well, I didn't tell anyone I was going live. I just went live on a whim because I had just gotten back from one of my my tiles going to be worth 2K. So it depends. Some tiles will be worth 2K, but they've already been worth 2K. Some tiles, depending on where they are, they're worth that in general. Other tiles are never going to be worth 2K. Some tiles are only going to be worth 2K on the Hello Kitty, I know, are only going to be worth 2K based on the work that you put into them. Hey, what's up, Earth 2 Review? How's it going? Kitty, I know it's my little Leo. Leo's my kitty right here. So the tiles that I think are going to be worth the most. What's up, Chris Alaro? Any new news on Phase 2? Not yet. The last thing we have is that chain, or is that tweet from Shane. But the tiles that are going to be worth the most are not going to be in the ones in random places. Yes, hello. They're going to be ones that are going to be that people are going to build upon. Tiles that people are going to build upon. They're going to have different types of ad revenues on them. People are going to go to them for different reasons. They're going to go to them because that they have a lot of clout. The owners of that will have clout, or they'll have different games or whatever. Postgo says, when Omi hits $1, are we going to have an Omi? Dude, when Omi hits $1, I'm going to get an Omi tattoo, and we're going to have a huge party. It's going to be open bar. Oh my God, you fell. It's going to be an open bar. It's going to be free food. It's going to be amazing. And that's the one that I'm going to put on. There's going to be other Omi millionaires that are going to put on their own party. We're going to have parties throughout that year. Probably 2025 is when it hits $1, I believe. Grandmaster Wallace says, be grateful that all tiles could reach $50 each. It's very, very possible, again, because this is just the beginning. The fact that you have my friend Dan, who is a millionaire, that I've gotten into Earth 2, he says, like, hey, you know, I bought like $1,000 worth of mana from Decentraland. I didn't even tell him to do that. He's just curious, like, in Pokemon, you have these things like, okay, well, start with what you like. What did you grow up with? Some people grew up with base set, like I did. You know, the originals. Some people didn't grow up until the second generation. That's when they grew up. Some people didn't grow up, and their first game wasn't until, you know, Emerald. Their first game wasn't until Ruby and Sapphire. And look at the kitty. And after, when they all message me and they say, like, hey, what should I invest in? What should I collect? Well, collect what you like. Collect what you're familiar with. And they say, okay, so they collect what they're familiar with. And then as soon as they go down that rabbit hole, they say, like, oh, well, here's a Mudkip that I like because I grew up with Mudkip in third generation. But then they feel like, oh, there's a Gold Star Mudkip. There's a different version. It's worth a lot. Then they go get him. Then they go get other types. But in that same breath, I will tell you that when people say, you know, each tiles could reach $50, and the Omi Millionaire Party, you're going to have these people that say, like, oh, you know what? We're going to be able to get these tiles for this amount of money. Nostalgia is going to play a huge factor. And Dork Slayer is on their face too. Oh, Ukulele String says, well, hello there. General Kenobi, how are you? Pandico says, Doge to $1, even bigger party. It's very possible Doge goes up. And I don't even like Doge, but with Elon Musk hosting Saturday Night Live on the, what do you call it, May 8th or May 9th? It's like next Saturday or 2 Saturdays away from now. It's very, very possible. Yeah, May 8th. It's next Saturday that it goes up to $1. It's very possible that he says something along the lines of, like, Doge to the moon, or coming out wearing a Doge t-shirt. Can we get myself up to 5 likes? I think that'd be great if we could do that. 5 likes before 5 minutes. Can we do it? Foster Fitness says, I call dibs on creating Earth 3, digital world inside of Earth 2. Rick and Morty fans, peace among worlds. Oh, we did it. We got 6 likes in 5 minutes. That's amazing. Nizza Games says, Meow Brother bought my first 30K of Omi this week. There you go, Nizza Games. There you go. That is what I think is going to be able to propel us to the moon. And why I think that article is wrong. That article says that, yeah, millennials are going to get, or no, they say Gen Z. It's going to be a good thing for Gen Z. What, do they think that we're just going to die off in 20 years? No. No, everyone that's a millennial or a Gen X that is 30, 40 something years old, we're going to live another 30 to 40 years, sometimes some even 50 years. There is no reason why we can't invest a small amount now and in 20 years be multi millionaires. There's other people, let's say in Earth 2, like Aria Realty, like Predict, Investor Ali and Predict, I'm pretty sure are millionaires already. Aria Realty will get there probably in the next year or so. I'll get there depending on what Omi does by the end of the year, possibly. Now, a bunch of these people are going to be able, and why I'm going to get there is because of you guys, because you guys keep pushing me to say like, hey, look at this, look at that, and I slowly but surely look at everything, and I decide these are crap, but these are good. Omi happened to be really, really good. It happened to be super fantastic, and I'll keep doing that for you guys in the next couple of years when Omi has gone from 0.006, so 0.6 of 1 cent, and it goes to 6 cents by the end of the year, 10x's by the end of the year, and it goes to 60 cents by 2023, 2024. Okay, and we've 100x'd our money by that point. I'm sorry, Kitty. When we've 100x'd our money by that point, I'll tell you guys, hey, it's a good time to take some profit and go somewhere else. It's a decent time to be able to put your money somewhere else where Omi, let's say, will only go from 60 cents, maybe it'll 10x in 10 years. So 2023 or 2024 is when we reach 60 cents, and then by 2034 it reaches $6. Okay, it'll 10x in 10 years, but by that time I'll be able to say, guys, I found something else that will 10x in 2 years, and you can diversify. Again, I'm here for the long run. I'm here for you guys. My goal, my mission outside of being able to buy wilderness areas and be able to make life better for those around me is to be able to help you guys make money, because you guys are some of the best people I've ever known. I love everyone's messages every day. I love everyone's comments, whether it's on YouTube or Instagram or Facebook Messenger, and inviting me to your houses. It's like the greatest thing in the world, and I'm excited to get up in the morning. I'm excited to go and say, hey, today's going to be a good day because of people like you. So moving on. This game says, yeah, 30K. Tim Fick says, do you think each tile will be an NFT? So we had asked that for Shane, and Shane said, well, each tile is unique, so ... So it's very possible that they are, or at the very least, you can make NFTs of those tiles, because again, they're all unique, they're all different. And even if two look the same, if you look at it from a different angle, they're completely different. Earth 2 Review says, in the future, there will be people who own digital lands and those who don't. 100%. It's going to be a different haves and the have-nots. We're the haves. We're the ones, like, we don't see it yet. Like, some people right now are complaining, like, why don't I have $1 million yet? Why is it going this far? They can't see the forest because the trees are in the way. And what that means is that they're so focused on trying to do something so quick, so, like, get rich quick, that they're not looking at the long-term vision. And the long-term vision is it doesn't matter what happens short-term, because we know where Omi's going. We know where Earth 2 is going. Those different types of things are going to be the ones that create generational wealth for us. Not just wealth for us so that we're happy, but so that we could set up trust funds for our kids. So I was like, okay, well, college is paid for. And don't be stupid with your kids. Just say, like, well, college is paid for, and you're going to have a certain amount at 25. You can have a certain amount at 30. You could have it quicker if you go for your, master's or whatever. And this is the type of thing that we're going to be able to go and say, like, hey, I set up my family. I set up a couple of different friends. I set up charitable donations, and then you have money forever. And generational wealth doesn't mean just having, $3 million that you could pass on your kid $1 million because you spent $2 million. No, it doesn't mean that. It means that being able to educate your kids in a way that they can make their own money, and they can reinvest your money because they're intelligent enough to say, like, nope, I'm going to put into, my dad told me that Earth 2 is great and Omi's great, And my parents did that for me. This is the type of thing. Well, this is the type of work that I was made for. Being able to go in and look at human behavior, and I think that's something that uh, Earth 2 is going to expand upon, because we're going to be able to see people in virtual reality. We're going to be able to see people how they interact virtually. And the same thing with Omi, the same thing with the VVverse. We're going to be able to see, like, okay, well, these guys are using their NFTs in this way. I could do what they do, and one day I'll have what they have, or I could use it in a different way, and then I'll be able to take these NFTs, and instead of doing fighting with them, I'll do art poses with them. We'll do photo shoots with them, and just create something totally different. Um, who says that? Hey, Dave Van Drunen, what's up, buddy? Ukulele String says, "Does your cat have cataract?" No, no. But when cats, even in the dark, they'll reflect light. They'll reflect the moonlight or whatever. Uh, Dave Van Drunen says, "You always go live when I gotta put the kids to bed to pop in a bit. Hope you cover the VV Rogers and Cowan announcement." Yes, yes, Dave Van Drunen. I will cover that in a little bit. Postgo says, "Conspiracy theory for you. Gary V keeps talking about the May 5th date, and the number 5 in Roman numerals is the letter V, and 5 in Roman numerals is VV. Sounds like VV. Bro, Gary V is trying to tell us to load the F up." And that's very possible. They might be able to be doing that. Oh, what time is it? 11:12, and that was 11. I'm only 6 minutes behind. It's very, very possible. It's very possible that you have these types of people going in and dropping hints like that, dropping little nuggets. Hello, kitty. And if we can get myself to 10 likes by 12 minutes, that'd be great. Earth 2 Review says, "One question I've been wanting to ask: Earth 2 tiles anti-inflationary?" It depends on what you do with them. Earth 2 tiles, again, as other tiles are bought, they're going to go up in value. So they'll most likely retain their value. But the anti-inflationary, it depends what you do with them. If you put on something that's great on those tiles, like these buildings with art, yeah, they're always going to have value to them because there's art there. But I know. But there's going to be times where people just like abandon it. Like if anyone's ever gone into Disney, where they, in like the 90s, they bought an island. I don't know if it was the Galapagos or in the Bahamas, but Disney bought an island, and what they did was they bought this island specifically for Mowgli's palace from the kid like dances with the bear, whatever it was. And what they did was they said, we're going to make a giant theme park specifically for Mowgli's palace, the Jungle Book, based off the Jungle Book. And when they started doing that, they had these real weird issues. Like the local people were saying, like, no, no, we're not doing that. We're going to. The locals said, we're going to stop. We're going to protest, and all their equipment started breaking. So they abandoned that island. And what other people are going to do in Earth 2, they're going to start something and they're going to never finish, and they're going to abandon that place. Other people are just going to be like, this is great, because they're going to go and they're going to say, like, I'm going to mine this island every day. It's owned by someone, and that someone either died or they have something else to focus on. So they're just going to mine that resource every single day. It is going to be the wild, wild west for a little bit, where, like, and it's going to be with my tiles as well. Most of my tiles, I'm not going to pay attention to. I'm only going to pay attention to mostly the Chavez tiles and some things in Brazil. But you're going to have these people out there that don't have any tiles, but they're going to have a lot of resources and essence and inventory because they're going to be able to mine on other people's land. That Zilio says, "Good evening, all." What's up, Zilio? He says, "How can one buy thousands of dollars worth in Bitcoin when the debit card is linked to only allows 500 a day purchase, as if it were an ATM cash withdrawal through Cash App?" Thank you guys for getting me to 10 likes. That means a lot. So for the Cash App, yeah, it only lets you buy a certain amount each week. It only lets you send a certain amount each week. And it only lets you withdraw a certain amount each week. So I am in the process of trying to transfer everything to my Coinbase account, my Cash App. I don't like because of that, because it limits you. Like, what if you have $100,000 worth of Bitcoin in Cash App and you can only withdraw like 7,500 a week? That's not right. That's not fair. So no, I don't like that. I wish they had different withdrawal systems on it. That was a good question. Um, but outside of that, again, they're just one different type of bank, and they do good things. They are able to give people routing and account numbers that can't afford to have a bank. The banking system is very classist. I think it's very racist also. They don't like minorities. They don't like the fact that, like, oh, if you don't have like $100 to keep in this account at all times, you can't have a bank account. But the Square's Cash App is doing that. They're saying like, okay, well, we don't care how much money you have. We're going to give you a bank account and a routing number, and they just do that just to have the network. And Earth 2 might be similar. Earth 2 might be a way like, well, we don't care if you don't have anything in your Earth 2 account, as long as you're mining, as long as you're doing whatever. We'll be thoughts on After Earth. I got contacted by After Earth, and thank you guys for 11 likes. That means great. After Earth has said to me, there's like, hey, if we give you like $100 in in-game credit, can you make a video about us? And I said like, no, like you're giving me credit. Like, if anyone remembers Star Wars: The Phantom Menace, where Qui-Gon's trying to tell Watto, Anakin's master, to like fix our ship, and we have 20,000 Republic Dietaries, and he's like, Republic credits? Republic credits are no good out here. I need something more real. And then that's the same thing. They're trying to give me like fake money. They're giving me After Earth credits. Like that doesn't mean anything to me. So I was like, listen, I can't do it for that much. If you give me like $500 PayPal, yeah, I'll make a video. And they said, well, we can't do that. We can give you $100 PayPal and $150 in-game credits. And I was like, I don't want in-game credits. Like, I don't give me 500. And then their final offer was like, all right, we'll give you $200 PayPal and that's it. And I was like, no. So I did, when I went live and I did a video on it, I went through the company and I said, listen, it looks like a basic knockoff from Earth 2. It looks like they're just trying to cash in. I don't see a mission that they have. I don't see anything. I can't find anything on the developers. I was like, this is not good. This is something I have to warn my subscribers about, warn anyone that'll listen, because it. But that being said, short term, Ari Realty has made a lot of money. He's gotten land income tax. He bought a tile and he won something. Short term, it has been very good to him. Long term, I don't see how that. And that's what I do. I'm a long term visionary. I don't see how. Yes, goodbye, Kitty. I don't see how long term that can play out because of so much competition between V Park, Decentraland, My Neighbor Alice, and especially Earth 2. Earth 2 is going to eat everybody's lunch. Everyone else is just going to be competing for second place, and that's it. So moving on. Basilio says, well, it's my bank that won't allow more than 500 a day Bitcoin purchase through cash. Oh, that's weird. I don't know why they won't allow that much. It might depend on your bank. Basilio, what country are you from? If we can get up to 15 likes, that'd be amazing. Earth 2 Review says, do you think Earth 2 will have a crypto that changes value like Bitcoin or stablecoin? So I think the e-dollars, one e-dollar is equivalent to one US dollar. That's their stablecoin. But yeah, I think right now the 7-figure deal is potentially a crypto. It's potentially them buying 7-figure. Thank you guys for the 15 likes. It is potentially them buying a cryptocurrency that somebody else has made. Or it's not. It could be, say, like, well, 5CA is only guaranteed us 100,000, covering 100,000 people, where clearly they're going to need millions in the future. So maybe it's buying another company. I hypothesize that they're buying 5 Studios, the company that created Drone. That, if anyone knows that game, it's a pretty cool game. If they haven't, then I suspect they might have bought VR Chat. VR Chat is something that other people, I think Game Tenant or GameNet, they said that VR Chat is the #1 place that people want to visit in virtual reality. Better than Decentraland, better than everything else. That's what they want. And they have between 20 and 40,000 active users. So if they were to buy that company and they have that many users, and they have the ability to scale. They raise money every year except for 2020 VR Chat, because they're consistently growing. They want to expand their payroll. So if they have a decent amount of payroll, and it's like, okay, well, Earth 2 knows that they're good at it. Again, it's all speculation. It could be Allochain. It could be, who is that? Oh my God, How I Made gave me $5. He said, sup, Randy, coffee on me, paying with crypto.com debit card. I get cash back in Crow, LOLs. Oh my God, thank you. Thank you so much. Super chats are super appreciated. The stickers and chats are amazing. Thank you so much. So I think that Earth 2 is going to either buy somebody else's crypto or they're going to have their own. Either way, whatever crypto they have, I'm buying as much of it as I can, because you're going to have a short spike. Whatever they have, let's say it starts at 10 cents, it'll shoot up to like $1, and then it'll retrace. But again, there's only a couple 100,000 users right now. When Earth 2 gets as big as I know it's going to get, with millions, if not tens of millions of users, that crypto that they have, whenever it spikes and goes back down, is going to go to the heckin' moon. It's going to go to places hitherto undreamt of in our galaxy. That's what I 100% believe, and that's why I'm going to buy it. Again, it's long term. Short term, I have no idea what it's going to do. Short term is probably going to spike, it's probably going to come down and correct, and it's going to trade sideways up until a lot of people get in. And again, you're going to have these big industries. The same thing what I tell people with OMI. You're going to have these big institutional investors saying, we have to get in this. We have to buy this because before it's too late. It's already happening with Bitcoin. There are already ETFs in Canada and Brazil, and there's like 8 ETFs that have been applied for in the US just for Bitcoin. And that is the tip of the iceberg. I've been in banking for years. I've had clients worth 8 and 9 figures. I can tell which way the wind is blowing. I can 100% tell you that virtual reality, virtual real estate like we have in Earth 2, and virtual art like we have in Viviverse, that is not a an Xbox that gets the red rings of death for no reason in 3 months. That is a Nintendo 64. That's a Nintendo Wii that can be thrown down the stairs and still work after that. That is not a wooden house that can be set aflame. That is a stone castle that will stand for centuries. Those together are multi-trillion-dollar industries. You mark my words. I'm literally betting my retirement on that. If it fails, I have to go back to work, but I'm 100% sure it will not fail. Like I said, multi-trillion-dollar industry for virtual reality in general, not even including virtual art. It's going to be bananas. Zelo said, my plan was to load up in one shot my full investment and then just let it ride, but now I have to do this every day. So, yeah, that sucks. You have to do it every day. I'm sorry, Basilio. Basilio says, in the Big Apple. Really? You're in the Big Apple? I'm in the Big Apple right now. I'm in Brooklyn right now. That's where my girlfriend resides. She's a little drunk right now. She's a little passed out on the couch. How I Made again. Thank you so much. Moon Moon says, where is the cat in the thumbnail? He was here for a while. I don't know where it went. His name's Leo. We all love him. Oh, we have 30 viewers. How's it going, everybody? How I Made says, yes, we want to see the cat. Oh my God, he's over there. He's just doing his thing. I don't. If anyone's ever seen Fairly Odd Parents, where Jorgen von Strangle is like, I can't reach because my muscles, and he takes the cat and he's like, go do kitty things. He's doing kitty things. That's all I can say. Benjamin G says, hey Randy, are you mining any crypto? I don't mine. I don't have a computer, so I don't mine. But, well, actually, no, I'm mining Pi. Pi is something where if you don't know, the link is down below, because you can't just download the app and start mining. What you have to do is you need a referral code. So my referral code for Pi is down there, and you get a free Pi, I get a free Pi if you use my referral code to join, and you start mining. And I like Pi because unlike Bitcoin, where most of Bitcoin is mined by this one small group, everyone's mining. And it's just more fair. It's not the fact that the people that have the equipment and the money for the equipment can get it. Everyone can mine Pi because it's on their phone. So that is what I'm mining. The curious cat. Oh, what's up, Venice Dennis? How's it going? Jason says, did you watch the Metacoven video I sent you? I did not yet. I haven't. There's just so many things. Again, for those of you that don't know, I get several dozen messages a day. That's not even including the YouTube comments. But I'm just talking about several dozen between Facebook Messenger and Instagram, TikTok, Twitter. I get so much. I do get to everything eventually. I think this is right now we're in the sweet spot that I'm retired. I'm able to get to everything. But if I ever get to 50,000 subscribers, I don't think I'm going to be able to do that. I'm struggling right now with like 2,800. If I ever get to like even 10,000, if they're as active as you guys, and we're all, but obviously I'm going to remember you guys forever. But if it gets to that big, it's like I have to just only focus on the people that have been with me for a while. If we can get up to 20 likes, that'd be fantastic for me. How I Made says, mine helium GPU mining is out of style due to ETH EIP 1559. We got to 20 likes. Thank you guys. Y'all are the best. Y'all are my bays. So mine helium. I think I've looked into helium a little bit. I don't really remember. I have to look more. Omi to the moon. Yes. Okay. So Omi right now. Again, there's the kitty's coming back. I know. Leo's coming right now. Um, so right now, if we're at 0.006, or if we're at 6/10 of a penny, come here, kitty. This is Leo. He's my baby. Or he's really my girlfriend's baby, but he's mine now. A lot of people are saying we've had so many catalysts. Why aren't we going up? We're going down. The past few weeks we're trading sideways, shaking my head. Okay, that's going to happen. So the market doesn't make sense. A lot of times when good things happen with Bitcoin, like things that should move the price up, it doesn't move the price up. It doesn't do it at all. Again, it's with Bitcoin, and that's a big, large, worldly thing that institutional investing is getting in. But and same thing happens with Dogecoin. Dogecoin is just a meme coin. When a person or a nightclub in Florida said we're going to accept Dogecoin, now a nightclub in Florida, it shot up so much. It's like that doesn't mean anything. Are they actually going to get people that pay to enter their club in Dogecoin? Even if they do, what is it? Maybe a couple $100 a night, which is nothing. So OMI is the same way. It's going to continue to trade sideways despite all the good catalysts, despite the fact that you have everything going for it, and that's a blessing. That is a blessing in disguise. Why? Because we can continue to get it for a discounted price. The fact that they have dropped NFL, they've dropped Marvel, they've dropped their new 2D things like Ultraman. Okay, you guys want to see the kitty? There's a baby. There's a baby. Yes, I know. I know. They just want to see you. I'm sorry. It is a great way for us to be able to get this at an amazing price. So, and I hope it stays down here for as long as I can buy, because I'll continue to buy more. Um, oh wow, you guys have gone a lot. Yes, I am streaming from my phone. Basilio says, we're not far, bro. I used to have a property in Cypress Hills. Oh, very cool. Interesting. I live on Long Island. Girlfriend lives in Brooklyn now. Cypress Hills is very cool. Yes, I stream from my phone up until I can get a computer. Once I get a computer, I will stream from my computer. It'll be a lot better quality video. Uh, Omi bags are packed. Omi to the moon. Yes, yes, yes. Omi to, and this is what I'm saying before about generational wealth. This is going to, it's about $1 billion now, that market cap, and it's at 6/10 of a penny. In order to get to 6 cents, in order to 10x, it only has to be $10.3 billion. That's it. That's all it has to be, is $10.3 billion or $13 billion. $13 billion. It's not a lot. Yeah, I think it's $10.3 billion. That's not a lot. That's almost nothing compared to, like I said, this is going to be a multi-trillion-dollar industry, and it's not something that's going to happen, in 50 years. It's something, let's just take example China. Their person-to-person payments started in 2014, and by 2020, when they had no person-to-person payments like Venmo, Cash App in 2013, started in 2014. It took from 2014 to 2020 in order to go to $26 trillion market cap. That's what happened inside of 7 years. That's what happened. What do you think when virtual reality and virtual art's going to take place, especially when young people are at the helm? Now, with person-to-person payments, it was millennials around in their 20s, maybe late teens. But what's been happening, can we get to 25 likes? That'd be amazing. That'd be great. What's been happening is that not even Gen Zers that are not even in their late teens, early 20s, it's happening with the younger Gen Zers that are 5 and 10 years old saying, I want to buy skins for my Fortnite avatar. They're going to be the one that are going to be either bugging their parents or just using their parents' credit cards that just say, I want to buy this for my, I have a cat here on me, that say, I want to buy this for my avatar for Earth 2. I want to buy this for my NFT collection in Vivi. That's exactly what's going to happen. It's going to go to multiple trillions of dollars before this decade ends. And we are getting in right now at the start of it, and nobody knows it yet. Institutional investing is always a few years behind. They won't get in until the mid-2020s. I can guarantee you that right now. Um, Omi bags are packed. Hell yeah. You're the best. Oh, Gavin G says you're the best. Thanks for your service. Oh, yes. Thank you very much. I don't have my hat on me right now. Oh, actually, I do. Um, Military hat that I got in Kuwait. There we go. Put that on for you. Cheers, mate. Benjamin G says, guys apart from helium. Uh, Brendan Zorling says, my Omi to the moon hoodie came today. Oh my God. Brendan, send me a picture of you in that Omi to the moon hoodie. I wanna get something like that. I want to be able to represent Omi as well. Again, when it hits $1, and I know it will by mid 2020s, I will get a I will finally I got that hair out. I will get an Omi tattoo. When Earth 2 want to make $1 million in Earth 2, I'll get an Earth 2 tattoo as well. Benjamin G says, check out Chia mining. I've heard of Chia mining. I don't exactly know what it is, but I've heard of it. I do want to check it out. Jason says, no worries, G. It's crazy how the dude who bought Beeple's NFT is looking forward to the same metaverse you've been talking about. The future of art and crypto is bright. I know. And the one thing about investing that I've noticed over the past couple of years is that there's this train of thought. There's this old school thinking that says, "Oh no, no, you don't know as much as an analyst. You have to, you have to watch CNBC. You have to watch, these Jim Cramer from Mad Money. You have to watch these people because they know exactly the analysts. They went to school for that." It's like, okay, but when these analysts are focusing on car companies, are focusing on GM, they're focusing on Chevy, Ford, whatever, and then they get asked to cover a car company like Tesla, which they're not a car company, they are a software company. They don't know how to underwrite. The same, yeah, 20 years ago, 30 years ago, when we did not have the internet, yeah, we had to rely on these people because only they had access to the information. But now, I guarantee you that everyone watching this stream right now, every single, the 28 of you that are on here, or 29 of you that are on here, have much better access to information than all those other boomers that are on Wall Street right now, than all those other people that are CNBC and the mainstream media. We have the same access to information and we know how to read it. People like me and people like you, especially from watching my channel, watching other people's channels, we know how to be able to read certain things and what the future holds. And other boomers, they're so slow to be able to accept change. Where a lot of us are just like, nope, oh, this is changing, we just adapt. Darwin said it is not the strongest or the most intelligent. Sometimes the species that survives are the one that's most adaptable to change. And that's what we are. Every single one, the 31 of us that are watching the stream right now, are the ones that are most adaptable to change. If you take a 55-year-old, do you think they're going to know how to Dropbox somebody? Do you think they're going to know how to copy and paste things on an Excel spreadsheet? No, that is us. The future is right now, and we are it. So moving on. Rafael Rodriguez says Omi needs a better exchange, and they're working on it. And there was an interview with Taps, something Taps, Tay Taps, that interviewed Reese from the Vivi app, and said, when are we going to get on more exchanges? That there's going to be a couple of more exchanges that Omi is going to be on in the next couple of months in Q3. Again, Q1 is January, February, March, and that's April, May, June. So even by next month, by May and June, we're going to be on at least one more exchange. By June, July, August, we're going to be on a couple of more. And that's just the next couple months. And Binance is probably going to be one of those by either the end of the year or early next year. Very, very excited about that. How I Made said the noobs are the ones complaining about the price right now. They're spoiled seeing all other coins 5x while Omi is boring. Yeah, they don't. I think this is something where a lot of younger people or people that just aren't into investing, they see these stocks and these coins going up like crazy. Like, why isn't it happening to mine? It's like, okay, well, some people that have these, let's say like a random stuff that's pumped, and like Nikola from stocks, it was pumped and then it was dumped because that wasn't a real company. You could tell. Like, again, I told people when I was making Tesla videos, if you want to go into Nikola, you're going to lose your money. But I was pretty much 100% right. But a bunch of these people, they just want this instant gratification, But that's not like that. A lot of investing is delayed gratification. You buy here, and if you have to wait a couple of months for it to move, you wait a couple of months. A couple of months is nothing. To a 20-year-old, yeah, a couple of months is like, well, it's a lot of time. But to someone that's 25, 30, and above, no, a couple of months is nothing. If you've been on a deployment, if you've been like me and you've deployed, 3 months is short. 3 months is nothing. We spend 7 months to a year at a time out in Kuwait. Some people go to Afghanistan, Iraq, Syria, and 3 months is nothing. Some people are out there for 7 months to a year, and you don't want to be out there when there's no internet. Hamid says accumulating size ways right now. Yeah, it is. It's accumulating. It's consolidating, and the longer the base, the bigger the breakout. It's going to be huge when it finally does break out. 11:37. All right, I'm about 10 minutes behind. Laura even says hi. I mined Pi and used your code. Excited to see when you mine. Oh, actually, Laura, even you actually won my last Earth 2 thing. You commented Reese's peanut butter cups. Laura, even you actually won. So message me. You get a free tile in Chavez-topia. Just bid 1 penny and you get a free tile. So good for you, Laura. Um, how I made said side. Yes, trade sideways. Earth 2 review says, have you ever considered doing a masterclass for financial freedom? I don't know the qualifications for that, and I've never seen a masterclass, so I don't know what it entails, how long it is. Um, I like YouTube right now because YouTube is free. You don't have to pay. And even my Patreon, I go and I tell people, like, listen, I'm not going to be one of those people that say, like, you know what, that type of question is a Patreon information question. You have to pay me in order to give you that information. No, information should be free. I don't like the idea of master classes because I think the information that they give should be free. Now, is the information that you're paying for that master class worth it? Most likely. Most likely, absolutely. Most likely, the information they're giving is invaluable. But I like to be able to do it for free, and then I tell people, listen, if you want to support me, go to my Patreon. Support me there. $1 a month, $100 a month, whatever you want. Super chats are welcome also. But I don't think that people should be forced to pay for information. Again, I just feel it's got like a college feel to it. It's got like a feel like, oh yeah, you if you can't pay for this, then you're just gonna be stupid the rest of your life. No, like, have it for free because that's how we win. There's a lot of classes in the world who are saying like you see it with Fidelity and JP Morgan and Chase saying we're only going to offer Bitcoin options to our wealthy clients. You pories, us pories aren't going to get it. Heck all that noise. I want all of you guys and my friends and family, I want everyone to be able to make as much money as possible because the people I've met in the Earth 2 community and the VV-verse and the Omi community, they're such good people and they deserve the best. And that's the type of people I want running the world. I don't want this congressman that's been a politician for 30 years to be making decisions. They're lost touch with reality. They're just always lawyer, 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 businessman, lawyer. Like, where's the teachers? Where's the doctors and veterinarians? Where's the rest of life? Where's the rest of like that's what I want. I want every one of us to be able to have enough money to have influence to say like, no, that's wrong, that shouldn't happen. I'm going to change that because I have the money to change that. That's what I want. And that's why I probably won't do a master class. I'll just put everything out for free. Brendan Zwirling says, I got an Omi hoodie today. Send me a picture somehow of that Omi hoodie and where I can get one. I want one. How I made says, facts, no patience in this generation. Yeah, that's the thing. The people got delayed gratification. And there's some people, I don't know if they're just born like that or if they're raised like that, but I've always, maybe it's just because I was born in Peru with no roof over my head, well, literally no roof. Or I've been to Kuwait, I've been in these third world countries where they're excited to be able to have a roof over their heads. They're excited to just not be in a war torn country, some of them. And I think people should just be happy the fact that they're alive, they're able to view this video, they're able to just be alive and be grateful of what they have, not crying about what they don't have. Just my opinion. I might it might rustle little Jimmy's right there. Sorry if it does. Can we get myself to 25 likes? That'd be amazing. Brandon Zwirling says from Amazon. Oh my! All right, so I have to go to Amazon. Thank you for the 25 likes. That is amazing. Y'all, my bays. How I made says I get anxiety seeing the price going up before I get paid. Please, dude, same. Same. With Bitcoin, with Omi, I was like, oh my God, not yet. I can't. But I do have, I didn't make this announcement yet. I do have 5 million Omi. I finally did it. I have 5 million Omi, and that's before I sold this card. Once this card sells, $150,000 going into Omi. I'm hoping I can get in before it reaches a penny because as soon as it breaks out, the resistance right now is 0.008. After it reaches 0.008, it's going to either retest the all-time highs, which is like 1.1 cent or 1.2 cents, and then it's going to go there, and it's either going to come back down to 0.008 and below, or it's just going to shoot right past that, go right to 1.5 cents, go right to 2 cents. That's exactly what's going to happen based on the charts. That's what I know. And again, we're doing this all with only 250,000 people, with only 100,000 people holding OMI. That's not a lot, but people like Investor Ali and Predict, these are the type of people that they're millionaires. They're putting it. Investor Ali is 50 million OMI, 10 times the amount that I have. So he put more than $250,000 into OMI. Predict put double what I am, so she put more than $50,000 into OMI. Again, I'm going to put $150,000 in once I get that card. Until then, I have paid my rent. I have no money in my bank account. I spent the last of it on dinner for my girlfriend. She's so cute. She got drunk. She had a couple more. She only had one margarita, and she's like, oh. So Brendan's Warlick says market cap goes up exponentially with each OMI burn. It should. It's not, and that's the thing. The fundamentals right now don't make sense. The fundamentals are what I'm looking at. All these amazing big catalysts, and it's trending down. It's trending sideways or downwards, and it doesn't make sense. That's why I'm very bullish on it. That's why I think this is going to go to the absolute moon, because all of the good stuff that should be happening, that should be raising the price, it's not. So when a lot of other millionaires get in, because there are millionaires in already, that get in, especially when mass adoption, mass market, once people figure out that this is going to go to the moon, it's over, and we're going to be rich. And other people are just going to be like, oh, it's 10 cents already, we're not going to get in. But the smart people that are just discovering it at 10 cents are like, this is stupid cheap. And they're right. At 10 cents, this will be stupid cheap. And again, at 6 cents, it's only going to be worth $10 billion, give or take, 10.3 billion. That means in order to go to 60 cents, it's got to be worth $100 billion. And I'm pretty sure it can, partly because of the revenue that it brings in, partly because of speculation and the licenses, but also because of the network. You put in advertising, like, again, it's already advertised. It's already advertised because of, you type in Batman, one of the things that's going to come up is Vivi, because that's the art. That's what people are talking about, again, right now. Moon says, I watched an interview with a Vivi developer today, so that sooner or later we will be able to buy OMI on 3 or... Yeah, so that was the one I was mentioning before with something taps. In the next couple of months, we're going to have a couple of more exchanges. By the end of the year or early next year, we are going to be seen on Binance. Mark my words on that. Mark my words. How I Made says the OMI burn and staking going to lock up the supply. I agree 100% on that. Wow, 14 minutes behind on that. So I just want to touch on the going to lock up the supply. Agreed. And that's why I think we can make a squeeze. If we all hodl when the Viviverse reaches only 40% of what they had in reserve, and they have to buy from the market, and we all hodl and we don't sell, that forces the developers, the owners of Vivi that have that coin to sell, because they have to in order to get keep the ball rolling, in order to keep the machine going. To drop more NFTs, they need more OMI to burn. And we could possibly outlast the developers, because if they can't get it from anywhere else, they have to liquidate it themselves, and we're going to be the ones that are going to... It's possible that some of us, I think Investor Ali and Predict and myself, if you put this much in, it's very possible that we don't just become millionaires and 10 millionaires. Oh, and 10 millionaires is 8 figures. I think it is possible, if this goes to $10, which I think it will in the mid to late 2030s, that some of us become 100 millionaires. I do believe that. I swear to God, I believe that. So moving on. Where can I send you the pic, my boy? In the description on Instagram. Instagram would be cool. Twitter's all right, I guess, too. I'd love to show off show it off, and I'll share it on Facebook. This one is swirling, says, I'm loving it, worn it all day. I hope it's comfy. I hope everything's doing well. Brendan's World says, yeah, Rise confirmed 4 new exchanges coming soon. Heck yeah, to the moon. How I Made says you need official Omi merch and check out paying with Omi. I actually have a merch store down below in my description, and I think Guidebook Gaming has a merch store for me as well. So merch stores all around. If you want to buy a meow 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 shirt, I have one of those. Boomers, yeah, boomers are great. How I Made said, what kind of PC are you looking to get for streaming? I don't really want to spend more than like 5 grand. I want to just get something that where you can see me in like the bottom left corner, and then you're going to see what I'm looking at. Like that's the type of one I want. I just want to be able to get you can see me, but you could also see what I'm looking at. I can read articles while I'm streaming, that type of thing. Or if I'm gaming, something for Twitch. If I want to stream like Pokemon Snap, or I want to stream Pokemon Snap is a great game. I picked that up before, by the way. I played for like a half hour while waiting for my girlfriend to get home from work. It is super cool. She's so cute over there. I love her. Um, Frisco says, listening to my man Randy while working. Heck yeah, Frisco. Heck freaking yeah. John Rower says true. Oh my god. Join Roar. Join, your last name is Rower? Means I love you in Dinosaur. I hope you know that. Cypher says we need more lobster bisque in life. Cypher, I don't know if you know, but the other day I had lunch with my friend Mike. I had lobster bisque and a mac and cheese burger. First off, lobster bisque is life. Second off, mac and cheese, so heckin' good. Oh, I redid my nails, so they're all pretty good. They're all pretty full now. I hope you like. Um, Earth2 Zabia says, can you tell us your investment portfolio? Sure, Earth2 Zabia. I have 188 shares of Tesla. So that's about maybe 120,000, 130,000, give or take. And I only count it as 100,000 because if I sell it, I have to pay capital gains tax on it. So I'm only going to count that as 100,000. I have right now one Pokemon card's worth over $300,000, most of which I'm going to put into Bitcoin and Omi. So I'll say, and then that in conjunction with everything else, let's say I have 400,000 just in that. So 500,000 there, and then I would have about 50,000 in Earth 2, but if I wanted to sell or 60,000 in Earth 2, if I wanted to sell everything, I'd say about 15,000 there. So we're looking at about 515,000. And then in aging receivables, another 30, so maybe 545. And then in Bitcoin and Omi, maybe have another 40 or 50. So a little over 550,000. But in my bank account, $400, $600. I have nothing in my bank account. It's really not anything. So that's what my portfolio is. And I've gone over it before. I've looked into it, and that's not even including taxes that I have to pay. I have to start making some money somehow. Because yeah, I've been selling Pokemon cards just to while I'm waiting for this big card to sell. But again, I think because of what I have and what I'm going to have in Omi, that's multi-million, and a lot of people right now, I mean, multi-millionaires. How I Made says Omi will give us all new wife and girlfriend money. Yes, girls are attracted to money. Kai Vagan said, do you have any NFTs from VV? I'm holding 2,000. Wow, 2,000 worth of collectibles. The ones that I got two of the same one. It was Ultraman. It was the one where he's like a little chibi ready to fight he's ready to fight like this Godzilla type of creature with a horn on his head. And it looked cool. And they were both uncommon. One of them, the serial number is 330, and the other serial number is like 5,300 or whatever. So I might sell the 5,300 at some point. But the 0 through 30, I think I'm going to keep because it's a nice low serial number. It's cool. It's chibi. It's cute. But that's all I have. I bought them for like $50 each, and I could sell the higher serial number now for $150, but I don't want to. When Pokemon is dropped, I'm going to buy so much of that. It's going to be ridiculous. Randy to the moon. Thank you, HG Rock Online. Oh, King Tech Ops, my bae, my friend. I'm only about 3 minutes behind. Yes, King Tech Ops. I saw your video that you did. It was amazing. I love it. How I Made says, so you're gonna need a good GPU for it. Yes, I have a friend Nick. My girlfriend calls him like his 14-year-old boy because he kind of looks a little young, but he's got this like super awesome salt and pepper hair. I've got to 30 likes. Thank you guys, everybody. That means so much. That means amazing. Thank you, thank you. Um, yeah, he's gonna help me out with it. Cypher says, "It me, bro." Yeah, what up, Cypher? How's it going? Um, Abdurrahim Ashmari says, "Hey, oh, Abdurrahim Ashmari, I got your Instagram message. I didn't get a chance to look at it yet. I had to walk my girlfriend home because she got a little tipsy, and then I had to walk her dog because her dog needed to go out. And then I was playing with the kitty. I don't know where Leo went, but everyone was asking for him before. How I made says, if you sell your Pokemon card, would you have to pay the tax? Yes and no. I don't know how it works for regular bank accounts, but for me, because I started a Chavez Canto project for the bank account that is for Pokemon. It was just a whole other business for it. And from my understanding, again, talk to your accountant about it, but my understanding is that if I take that card and it's income and I put all of it into something else, that's an expense, and I won't have to pay tax on it until I sell that expense. The what I'm putting it on is basically I'm putting Bitcoin and OMI on my balance sheet. I have Bitcoin and OMI on my balance sheet for the Chavez trading company. That was my high risk lending business. So on next year's tax return, it will say the Chavez Trading Company has Bitcoin and OMI on his balance sheet, and it will also have for the Chavez Canto project, which is a region in Pokemon. I will have Bitcoin and OMI on its balance sheet, and next year I'm actually going to share my tax return. I'm going to be like, I want to be one of those people say, hey, I don't just have Bitcoin on my balance sheet. I have OMI on my balance sheet. That's how much I believe in it, even though the businesses are kind of closed up right now. Um, how I Made said, I just gave you a follow on Instagram. I'm T212. Thank you, How I Made. Thank you for the $5 super chat. Thank you for the follow on Instagram. That means a lot. That means so much. Thank you so much. Uh, Soldier USAF, US Air Force says, hey, Randy, I'm all in on OMI. What do you think the minimum price will be by the end of the bull run? And what if we have a super cycle like a $300,000 Bitcoin? What would OMI price potentially reach? So it depends on who you ask, because Citibank said that Bitcoin could be $300,000 by the end of the year. They were the most bullish ones until Bloomberg came in and said that Bitcoin could be $400,000 by the end of the year. And if all these other altcoins are kind of attached to Bitcoin, I don't even know. And again, I guarantee you it's over 100,000 or 150,000 by the end of the year, because again, all these institutional investors, not even the institutional investors, there's all these other countries that are printing trillions and trillions of dollars, and they're just saying like, um, they're trying to ban this crypto because it takes power away from them. Again, it's all about power and control. And these countries are saying, nope, you can't have Bitcoin because we can't control it. We don't want that. And God forbid we're able to be living adult humans that can think for ourselves. It's just asinine, the fact that they think that they can control us or that they're going to try to. But all these other countries, the citizens of other countries are going to say, like, no, we're not going to subscribe to that. We're going to have Bitcoin because that's going to protect our wealth. Because other countries can't just print more Bitcoin or OMI. So when that goes to, let's say it doubles, if that doubles, OMI quadruples. Um, if it triples like I think it's going to go, OMI is going to success. Again, I have my own price line where I think OMI will reach, about 2 cents by the end of the quarter, and then I think it'll be about 8 cents, 6 to 8 cents by Q3, and then 10 cents by the end of the year. Just because of the things that it's going to drop, just because of the fact that they have NFL licenses, they have Marvel licenses, but they haven't dropped anything from NFL. They haven't had the things that have dropped from Marvel. And also, right now, the only thing you can do is collect. The same way as in Earth 2, the only thing you can do is buy and sell tiles right now. The only thing you can do in VV is buy and collect. But eventually, those NFTs that you're buying in VV are going to be able to interact with each other. They're going to be able to they're going to fight, they're going to collab, you're going to be able to switch clothes. It's going to be amazing. Again, multi-trillion-dollar industries, both of them. Abdurrahman Mashmar says, yeah, no worries, bro. Just checking on y'all. Aw, thanks. Thanks, Abdurrahman. A couple minutes behind. Virtual friends. Yes, we're virtual friends. We're virtual family. Roby One Kenobi. You comment on every single one of my videos, and I love that. Thank you, Roby1 Kenobi. Um, Matias Comero says, "Hi, Randy. Greetings from Argentina. Hello. I was near you when I was born. I was born in Peru. We're basically neighbors." Abdurrahim Ashmari says, "The only country losing in this country is the Rothschild family." Yes, the Rothschild family is definitely losing control. And oh my God, Soldier USAF, Soldier US Air Force, thank you so much for that $5 super chat. You're the best. He says, "Thanks, Randy. They said they have multiple quality exchanges coming too. Yes, they do. 100% they do. Soldier USAF, tell me where you have served down below. I'll see if we don't have any people in common." Yeah, Rothschilds are a crazy group. For those of you that don't know, what happened in the time of Napoleon was that when Napoleon was raging war on everyone in Europe, before he went to Russia, these scouts that went out to see what Napoleon was doing said that they came to Europe and said that Napoleon's ramping through. We're all gonna die. Panic is gonna be spread. He's destroyed all our armies, and the stock market in Europe tanked. It went from here down to here. It went to nothing. And the Rothschild family, what they did is they bought up all that stock for pennies on the dollar, literal pennies. And then when it came out that Napoleon didn't do all that and everything was fine, the stock market went right back up and they were billionaires. And they continue to have such influence to this day. That's what the Rothschilds have done. Basilio says, "Holy shoot, I'm surrounded by Bitcoin at the moment in my neighborhood. I just searched Bitcoin ATMs. Oh my God, near me. That's great. So Bitcoin ATMs near you. That's fantastic." Yeah, I've always wanted that as well. Bitcoin ATMs. I don't think I've ever seen one, and I'm in New York. I feel like we should have a lot more. Abdur Hamashmar says, "Not country, I mean family." I feel it. I feel it. Again, Soldier U.S. Air Force, thank you so much for that super chat. That means the world. Yeah, multiple exchanges to the moon. To the moon. HG Rock Online says, "I read Alibaba bought $20 billion worth of crypto and Bitcoin. Is that true?" They are very, very smart. For those of you that don't know, Alibaba is the Amazon of Asia. And you have to be a really good business to succeed in China because you basically have to give a certain amount, like you have to give payment to the government, say, "Let me exist as a business, please," and give them money. And so if they bought $20 billion worth of Bitcoin, I believe it because they're very, very smart. Asians are very, very intelligent. They know exactly what's going on. I believe it. I have to research it, so I don't know. But if that came out in a news article, I'd be like, "Oh, took them long enough." That's just my thoughts. Basilio says, "I love that Rothschild story." Yeah, and that's what happened. That's how they amassed their wealth, and that's how they've been funding both sides of each war for centuries. But the good news is that family, they've dropped on the wealth list. They don't have as much influence as they used to have, which is a good thing. I don't think anybody should have that much influence for that long of a time anyway. I mean, you have people like Elon Musk that's trying to save the planet, go to Mars, cure paralysis and deafness, hearing loss, and eyes. And then you have people like Bill Gates that are trying to eradicate, different diseases throughout the world. And some of those are very good. I enjoy a lot of that. But you have these other people that just aren't good people, that just want to amass more wealth and hoard and not help anybody. And I think that's wrong. And that's why I do this also. That's why I stream every night now. That's why I put out as much video content as I do. I want to help the world. And when people say, like, they comment like, "You're a clown. Oh, you're a neckbeard. Oh, I bet," they say all these horrible things. I want to say, like, "Hey guys, why are you like that? Like, let me take you out for a beer. Where do you live? You live in Florida? I'm going to be in Florida next year. Let me take you out to dinner and figure out why they're like that and try to change those people." Like that guy that I forget his name. He's like a black blues guy. He plays blues, and he talks to Ku Klux Klan members, and he tries to get them to realize, "Yeah, I'm black, but I'm just a man. I'm just a person. Let's have a good time. I bet you we have common ground. If you talk to any one of your enemies, just talk to them. I bet you there you find things in common." I bet you that happens, and that's what I want to do as well. Um, uh, brought the dip. Oh, you bought the dip, Abdur Ashmari. That's great. Congrats on buying the dip. Um, when whether you buy when if I buy at a penny or I buy at or if I buy 3/10 of a penny, I don't care, and I don't care because if I buy on that type of dip, it doesn't matter if I buy it at 1 penny and then it goes down to 0.003. It doesn't matter because short term, I don't know or care where it goes. I know where it's going long term. I feel it in my soul. I feel it in my heart, like in my brain, in my gut biome. I feel it. And based on the data analysis, that's where it's going as well because of human behavior, because of nostalgia. Like, why was Fuller House? Why was that the number one show in America when it first started on Netflix? Because of the nostalgia that it brought. Why is Pokemon the highest grossing media franchise of all time? Because it's stayed relevant for years, and now not only do they have new kids, like I have friends that are teachers that say like, hey, we have I have to take cards away from kids. I have to take these games away from kids because they're still playing it. And people like us in our late 20s and early 30s, we're still playing it as well. I just bought Pokemon Snap. And I also, if you check out on my Facebook, I bought this little Pikachu plushie. It's dressed up as an Ampharos. It's so cute. It's amazing. I had to buy it. I'm a sucker for consumerism. It was right at the thing. I was like, it was great. And I wanted to, nostalgia plays a powerful factor. Nostalgia is a drug because it makes you do things that you wouldn't normally do because of the feeling that it gives you, because it takes you back to a place where, like, oh my God, this is when life was good. This is when I didn't have as much problems. And I forget where I was going with that, but nostalgia of these NFTs, of the VVverse, of Earth 2, when you have these tiles and you're creating something that you didn't have when you were a kid, and now you're creating it. Nostalgia is going to make both of these go to the moon. I guarantee it. Um, Soldier U.S. Air Force says I was 331 security forces served only in the States. Oh wow, security forces. So trying to think. Daryl Lyles. We have Cara Santana. I'm trying just thinking of security forces that I've gone with. So chill. Um, have you ever worked with any Ravens? Let me know, USAF guy. And where you served. I was in McGuire Air Force Base. Jobs at the Ali Al Salim as well. I have another friend, Orvieto, he's in Minot. He's in Minot, North Dakota. Anyone that doesn't know, Minot, North Dakota is 2 hours away from anything else, and the on base sucks. Like if your security forces there in Minot, North Dakota, you're just watching nukes. That's all you're doing. You're just sitting in your car watching nukes. Make sure that everyone that's around there works there, and that's it. It is boring AF. It is cold. There's lots of snow. I think there's a monster there. Just putting that out there. Um, Bitcoin is banned in my country. Abdurasham Ashmari, where are you from? Why is Bitcoin banned? We have to have a talk with them. Oh, can we get myself to 35 likes? That would be amazing. That'd be so cool to have 35 likes. Soldier USA, Lackland, Texas. I was there for, well, we all went there for, basic training. Lackland, Texas. I never was there as a base. I was only there as as a trainee. But Lackland Air Force Base, those that don't know, it's in San Antonio, Texas. The River Walk is right there. You have a Ripley's Horror Museum. It's really cool. The Alamo's right there. It's a lot of fun. It's really cool. Um, Adam Brum says, we're going to make the world a better. Yes, we together are going to make the world a better place. I haven't told anyone this yet, but in Chavez and Earth 2, I want like a high council. Yeah, we're going to have our citizens and everything, but I want a symposium of like-minded individuals that how can we make things better? How can we help employ these kids from Bolivia or Argentina or Venezuela so that they can say like, oh, hey, have them do stuff for us so we can pay them so we can change their lives. That's what I want also. Um, Hudson says, yo, 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 what's up, Randy? Hope you're having a great Friday night, bud. Just tuned in. Oh, thank you, Hudson. Thank you. Says, the beard's getting long again. Yeah, yeah. There's a single. I have two, actually. I have one here and I have one here. Sticking straight out of the right side of your chin. Now that I've seen it, it's all I can see. Yes, it's right here. I actually have to shave it soon because next week I have a wedding to go to. So I had to shave it. I might shave the sides of my head too, get myself a little bit of a mullet. I'll keep you guys on your toes. Um, Code Out of Poverty says Soldier USA for the OGs knew this. Basilio says, I don't think they dropped. They simply went into the shadows, and their agents are the ones that the public recognizes as the wealthiest people on earth. That's a very interesting concept for the Rothschilds. That's very interesting. And again, we could go all day about conspiracies, whether it's Operation Northwoods, Operation Paperclip, whether it's go on conspiracies with 9/11. You can go conspiracies with I forget what that one where they said that it got up to the joint. It was signed by the Joint Chiefs of Staff, saying that we're going to shoot down an American plane with American citizens on it, blame it on Cuba so we could invade Cuba. That was during the Cold Wars, and I think no, it wasn't even the Cold War. It was I don't know if it was JFK, and JFK said no, we're not doing that. But it was signed by the Joint Chiefs. It had to go through so many high level people that was okay, and clearly it wasn't. But just the weird stuff that governments of the world do, like even in China right now, they have concentration camps for Muslims. It's ridiculous. And however you feel about Muslims, um, I guarantee you most of the Muslims in that concentration camp have done no wrong. I just that's yeah. China government is bad. HG Rock Online says that happened today, bro. I think it's true. We have to make a research about it. Wait, what happened today? What happened today? HG Rock Online, comment down below what happened today. Abdur Hamashmari says people say bad things only if they can't be like you. Yeah, that's the other thing. If you're trying to do something, like I have never had somebody that was like better than me try to talk down to me or try to talk me down. Like it's always people that are just either ashamed that they don't have what I have or that they're just not trying hard enough. It's people that are the ones that aren't doing anything that try to take down those that do because they're jealous. Again, people that are above you, people that are smarter and more successful, they're going to be the ones to help you. They're going to be the ones to say like, "Hey, I was in your shoes. I know how it is." And they're going to be the ones. Can you hear my girlfriend snoring? She's so heckin' cute. I love her so much. Um, Soldier says, Randy, I'm moving to Tampa in November. Let me know when you're there. Oh, yeah, I'm going to Florida. I might be in Delray. I might be in West Palm Beach. I don't know. But totally, we'll reminisce on old stories. We'll reminisce on military stuff. We'll go drinking. It's going to be fun. Cynox says, no, I'm late. You are late, Cynox, but it's okay. We're going all night. We're going all night. As long as you guys are here, as long as you're keeping the likes up and everything, we'll go all night. We will go until the sun comes up. Am I Kesha? Because we're gonna blow up, up, up. Can we get to 40 likes? Can we get to 40 likes? Let's get this bread. How I Made says, this is like buying Bitcoin at 500. Agreed, 100%. I actually had the chance in 2014 to buy Bitcoin at 500, but at that time, I was like, you know what? Bitcoin went from $100 to $900. Now it's $500. I think it did its run. Because back in the day, the only people that were using it were anarchists and there were these doomsday preppers that were just like, no, government fiat's gonna fall and blah, blah, blah. Like I've been hearing that for heckin' 20 years. And I think there is some truth to that. I think there's some validity to the fact that, yeah, the US dollar's been in power for longer than any other currency has. Most other currencies are only the top reserve currency for maybe 100 years. US dollar's been that for over that. So there is something to what they have to say, and that they are printing trillions of dollars a year. They're devaluing our currency. Since the inception of the Federal Reserve in 1913, it's been bad. It's been not good, and we've paid the price for it. So there is some validity to what they say. But oh, we got to 40 likes. We did it. We did it. Oh my God! And Raythax with a $50. Oh my God, Raythax, thank you so. You do this so often, Raythax. You just come in out of no like RKO out of nowhere, and you just go and absolutely just make it rain on us in this chat. Thank you so much, Raythax. You are absolutely bananas. You are my hero. But yeah, this is I had the chance to get Bitcoin at 500 and I didn't, and that was a mistake that I kick myself thinking about it. I do because of what I could do. I could buy wilderness areas. I could help people. I could be able to go and say like, this is something that I am going to change the world with. But we're able. We got a second chance. Am I Vince McMahon because I believe in second chances? Generally speaking, he said that when talking about Eddie Guerrero, and I think whether you think we're in a simulation and it's our makers, or you believe in God, whatever it is, we're getting a second chance. We missed it with Bitcoin, most of us, but we're getting it with Omi. We're getting it with Earth 2. This is the type of thing that, again, you have to have patience for, but it's going to create so much wealth. And be advised, wealth alone will not make you happy, but it comes with a sense of responsibility. Like me, myself, why I keep, and I'm going to make a big video about this, why I keep my bank account so low, always under $5,000 or $10,000. But like I said, I've literally like $600 in my bank account, $400 right now, because after the military, I became an alcoholic. I became an addict, and if I have too much money in my account, it gets dangerous. It gets dangerous because I just like, oh God, I now I have money, I can go buy all these things. So that's why I try to put it all in investments. So that's part of the reason why. Um, how I made says, don't matter if I pay 0.012 for ohm. Yeah, it doesn't matter if you pay 1 cent or if you pay 3/10 of a cent. It doesn't matter, because in 5 years that will be minuscule. That difference will be so small, and we're just going to be getting money forever. We're just, it doesn't matter. It's going to look so cheap compared to where it is. Even in a year, it's going to look so cheap, and we're going to be kicking ourselves that we didn't buy it, that we didn't buy more. Sinox says, bro, this guy's the MVP of Omi. Thank you, fam. You guys are the best. You really are. Wangal Rigson says, I'm in a small country in the Himalayas, where Tian City is, and we have some serious issues with kids getting addicted to Minecraft and other MMORPGs. So, Wangal, that's something that I think we've seen this in Japan as well, where they have a breeding problem in Japan where they don't have the amount of uh, there are more people dying in Japan than being born. And it's not a problem right now, but it will be. It will be when you have in like 20 years where there's nobody going to be in the workforce and everyone's going to be retiring. How is that going to affect people? And I don't know if it's the generation, I don't know if it's the parents, but people that are getting, I've noticed it in the military. When I first joined the military, and maybe a soldier US Air Force on there can tell you, is that when we first started, I first started in 2012, and what we would do after work is we would go out. We'd go out to a bar. We'd go play pool. We would go work out. We would all do stuff together, because that's how you build camaraderie. That's how you build these things. But every once in a while, once every couple weeks, I'd be having a conversation with people on Facebook, and I'd be like, God, I have these great conversations going on. Brain check. I'll go out with you guys next time. Can we get ourselves to 45 likes? That would be amazing. And then there's like, all right, whatever, and it wouldn't matter because I wouldn't do it so often. Every, once a month or twice a month, I would do that. And then when I came back from deployment, when I came back from Kuwait, and I saw these people that they never went out. They never went out. All they did was they stayed in and played video games and was on social media and it's like, what happened? Like, it changed very, very quickly, so rapidly, it would make your head spin. And it's like, the next generation just isn't sociable. Like, the next generation can't order a pizza. They can't make phone calls to the doctor for them because of their social anxiety. And that is something I worry about a lot. I don't know how to fix it. Maybe just tell them Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds is good for them, or give a drink to them. I don't know. But it does worry me. You are correct. Soldier US Air Force says 10-cent Omi is easy with all the exchanges, and if Pokemon happens, we'll see an easy 20 billion market cap. Keep in mind all the burning they will do. I agree 100%. And it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when they announce Pokemon. Because again, if they have Alfred Kahn, I guarantee you that was one of the first licenses they had. But they could not say it just yet because they have to start building their base. So not only are they building their base wide, because again, just because you're into Powerpuff Girls doesn't mean you're into Adventure Time, because those happened at two different times. Powerpuff Girls is in the 90s, Adventure Time was in the late 2000s, and then Powerpuff Girls got reimagined in the 20 late 2010s, and then you have these Hasbro. It's got GI Joe from the 60s. I saw GI Joe in the 90s. It had Transformers in the 80s, which I also saw in the 90s, and it had My Little Pony in the 80s. That was also reimagined in the late 2010s or late 2000s or early 2010s. So they're building a wide base. They have DC, especially Star Trek, but they're also building deep. They're building deep because of people like us that are making videos, content, consuming each other content each day. And it's not just that, because they want to cross platform. Going into Earth 2 would be amazing. Going into Earth 2, which I guarantee you happens. So that question again, yes, Omi is going to go 10 billion is not a lot. In terms of this multi-trillion-dollar industry, not just with virtual NFTs, what VV is, but with virtual real estate, we're going to be able to show off those NFTs like we have in Earth 2. Guaranteed. Abdurraham Ashmari says, Morocco. Oh, all right. Interesting. Morocco banned Bitcoin. That is interesting. Wangal Rigzin says, the last Omi burn was insane. How much was the Omi burn? Let me know down below in the comments. Vittori Jean Pascal says, any reasons or restrictions to explain why nobody buy above the 7 miles road in Chavez Megacity? Okay, so yes, there is a reason. Me and friend Cameron figured out that there is the red line that you see that is maybe 5 to 20 tiles above the main street in Chavez-topia. If you buy above that line, that is where international territory is. If you buy below that line, that's Antarctica, that is the South Pole, that is Chavez-topia. It's very cheap. But if you buy above that line, so we made that line specifically so that people know, don't buy above that line because you're going to pay a lot of money. You can just buy below that line. And wherever we build, we're 7 miles wide. So for Chavez-topia, we're going to build south. And the good thing is, right now if you're looking at Chavez-topia on the right, where a lot of the artwork is, there's a big mountain right there. And I didn't even notice that in 3D. I just noticed that when we were trying to do, like I said, oh, there's a mountain right there. That is perfect for defense in the warring world. That is perfect for mining if you want to mine ore or whatever they have. That is going to be something where I don't even have that much there. I just have a bunch of tiles, mostly for the main street, that are going to be used for tunneling, that are going to be used for whatever, shops. But that is something that is going to be very, very huge. We have an ocean that protects us. We have a mountain range that protects us. Yeah, it's going to be huge. So that's why nobody buys above that red line, or they shouldn't. Brendan Swirling says, I'm high. Oh, Brendan, you're my hero. You're amazing. HG Rock Online says, Alibaba bought Bitcoin. Oh, they did buy Bitcoin. If it's $20 billion, that might be why Bitcoin rose like 8% today. I was wondering why that happened. I didn't have time to look. Who disliked the stream? Who disliked this stream? Who disliked this stream? Thank you guys for getting me up to 45 likes. That means the world to me. And I'm at $60 with super chats. This is amazing also. Who disliked the stream? Yeah, who disliked it? Which one of you? Hudson says she is saving logs over there. Oh, yes, she is snoring logs over there. Synox said, should I invest in Earth 2 or just Omi? I'm not even really sure what Earth 2 is. Can I make good money? So Earth 2, I'm going to do a quick Spark Notes chat for Earth 2. You can buy virtual real estate. You can buy anything you want. You can buy land in New York City, land in Australia, land in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean or the fields of Ohio. And whatever land you buy, whatever tiles you buy, is going to generate essence, which you're going to be able to need to build and do whatever. And it's going to generate resources. And what I'm doing is I'm buying, most of my tiles are in Chavez-topia, but I have tiles in China, I have tiles in South Korea and wherever else. And what I do is I go, and anytime a new country is open, I buy as many tiles as I can because I can get them for 20, 30, 50 cents, 60 cents. Whereas Chavez-topia is $1.64, $1.65, whatever it is. And I buy in cheaper areas because I know that I'm going to take I can get more resources there and I can bring them into Chavez-topia. And you only need to buy one square in a megacity, Chavez preferably, link down below, or anywhere. And that one tile, you could put up a tent that says fortune telling, or you could put up a tent that says conversations, and you could just talk to people. I guarantee you that there are some people that just have anxiety and don't want to be a part of a megacity, that don't want to interact with that dozens, hundreds of people. They just want to talk to someone. And let's say if they're alone, I guarantee you Earth 2 saves lives. I guarantee you people that are lonely and depressed because of the pandemic or just their life is horrible, they find someone on Earth 2 and they become buddies with them. And it's not like they're playing a game like an MMORPG, but they're seeing somebody else's avatar. They're again, I'm going to have talent shows. I'm going to have movies streamed where I'll buy the movie so that people can stream them. Um, I want to create a community, and yeah, you if as long as you have people coming, you can create ad revenue. As long as you have, let's say you make a game, you're creative, you could either sell the game or the tiles that it's on to whoever else for 10 or 100x what you put into it. Because I guarantee you, there's going to be some people that are going to be in it for the quick flip. There's going to be some people that say, hey, look what I created, and it's a beautiful piece of art, and it costs them $20 to build, and someone's going to be like, I'll give you $100 for it. They're like, sold. And that $20 thing costing $20 to make is going to be worth thousands because of the people that are going to be drawn to it. And someone bought it for $100. I guarantee you that happens. Rayfax, again, thank you for that super chat with the potato in the city. How I Made says, I'm curious on your stance with the scamdemic and vax. I'm not 100% sure what vax is or what the scam. I'm guessing they're scamming people and it's a pandemic. So let me know. Nice Ray. Postgo says, bro, would you be interested in starting a label? I have a ton of music that could blow up faster than Omi if I released it. Um, well, I haven't thought about it, Post Ghost, but I mean, you're making me think about it now, and I mean, I'm retired, so I guess I have time. Um, yeah, message me about that. I think that'd be a cool idea, and I think everyone else would love to hear the um, the music as well. Ador Hamashmari says, "Wealth will make you happy, of course. If you could be a homeowner and buy a car of tour dream, yeah, absolutely, 100%. I'm 10 minutes behind, so I'm gonna start going up with this. My brother came back from National Guard and now drinks like a fish. Interesting. Yeah, man. Military is that it's not for everyone because it's hard. It sucks. It's it demands a lot out of you, and it makes you. It's also something that it changes you. Like why I think they have the work hours when you're deployed so scarce. Like the work hours are so vast. You don't get to sleep that much, and it makes you not care. It makes you not care about your life. It makes you not care about other people. I remember in some explosives that we had loaded in Kuwait, we were just loading explosives. We didn't drop them. We didn't do anything with them. But then, a news article came out like 3 days later after we loaded a certain amount of explosives. They went to a certain place that most of what we think, yeah, it's going to go to getting some bad people. And for the most part, that is what happens. But every once in a while, you have some collateral damage and you find out a couple civilians were killed from the explosive that you loaded. And it's like, that messes with it. And that's not like, I wasn't even in combat. I did not have a combat. The AFSC could have been combat, but I didn't, I was not in combat. That itself, like even just hearing about like people, like guys that I say, oh, hey, you're part of this troop movement. We have a good time. We have, we're just talking beforehand. We get coffee with them or whatever, before they go to, Al-Assad in Iraq or, a forward operating base in Afghanistan, wherever. And then you get a notification, you get an email saying like, hey, we have a, Marine down or someone down, or whatever. And it's like, oh, that's the guy I just hung out with the other day, and got killed. It's like, it doesn't. It makes you, yeah, it makes you really sad. It makes you really, and let's say if you're deployed, let's say if you're in a place that gets attacked a lot with a bunch of IEDs and a bunch of rocket attacks or mortars, and what you're supposed to do when you see that, okay, if let's say you're sleeping, let's say you're trying to get like 4 or 5 hours of sleep that night, and you hear these alarms go off, you hear the rockets attack, and what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to put on your battle rattle, you're supposed to put on your helmet, and you're supposed to walk to a shelter in place building. But if you're only getting 3 or 4 hours of sleep, and you know that you've been in bed for an hour, and you know you're not going to get any sleep for the next day because you have to go in that shelter in place, you don't do it. You're just like, I'd rather die. Like, I'm not getting any sleep. I'm just going to lay here. If it hits me, it hits me. I don't give a poop. And that messes with you too. So a lot of, yeah, it's not for everyone. You have to have a strong-willed thing about it. I don't mean to get too much in the mother. It's supposed to be for um, Earth 2 and Omi, so I'm going to get back to those. I'm watching you while my girl talking to me. Oh, Cisco Licious 87. Wow, thank you. I feel so important. I feel great. And we're well into Saturday right now. Huzzah, everybody. Basilio says they have cuddle bars in Japan instead of brothels. Probably why the birth rate is low. Well, it's interesting because cuddling itself, uh, even without achieving orgasm, even without certain things, like it still releases oxytocin in your brain. It still kills cortisol. You don't have to have a super intimate relationship. You could just have that, and you could just have that physical touch. It's like, oh, I feel so much better. Like, I haven't seen my girlfriend in almost 2 weeks. I haven't had any physical contact. So even when I first met her at the door and just I hugged her and I just kissed her, like, oh my God, just the hug, it just the human contact, like you need it. People need that. Babies don't develop the right way if they're not held enough. So yeah, that's very, very important. Um, Knox says, Randy, are you going to sell some of your OMI at the peak of the bull run and buy back when it drops down? If I wanted to try to get cute and say like, hey, you know what I can do? I can go and I'm gonna sell up here and buy. I don't think I'm smart enough to be able to predict that specifically. So let's say it goes up to, let's say it shoots up to 1.5 cents or even 2 cents. Even if it reaches 1.5 cents, it might be smart enough. Oh, you doubled your money, take a little bit of profit. Sell 10%, 20%. Because at that point, yeah, you're probably going to have a correction. But I don't know that. It could have consolidated so much catalyst in so much different times that I could sell at 1.5 cents and it continues to go to 2.5 cents. And then I'd be an idiot. And then the next dip, it only goes down to 2 cents. And well, got to buy at 2 cents. So I don't think I'm smart enough to do that. I know this is going to the moon in the long run. That's all I care about. Uh, How I Made says I'll buy a Punky Brewster ultra rare. Uh, Crazy Dan 420 says Omi daily burn count. Uh, oh wow, 27.6 million. Fire Omi. Oh my god, that's amazing. Vittoria Jean Pascal says thanks for the reply. I assume you will need a master plan for roads soon. Yes and no. I already have the roads there. I have 3 tiles going this way, this way, this way, and the middle tile is going to be for roads. The tile above and the tile below is just going to be for shops. Um, so yeah, I might need one. Right now I don't, but at some point I probably will, especially as I expand. Just as please tell me you got a chance to check out OVR, Randy. They closed an auction today for 60 OVR lands under the Eiffel Tower, sold as a group of NFT virtual lands. Oh my God, $100,000. I haven't yet. Again, today was just so crazy busy. I haven't had a chance. Like I didn't get a chance to make any videos today. That's how busy I was. I decided to stream at night only because my girlfriend's sleeping over there. She's so heckin' cute. I love her so, and she's like spooning the dog. It's great. Um, HG Rock Online says that's right, Randy. I meet E2 in January and it changed my, yeah, already Earth 2 is changing lives. Just the community. Like it's made me a better person already just by being able to say, oh, I've never had this many messages before. I have to be able to learn and grow and say, okay, well, I have to respond to these people probably within 48 hours, but I also have a responsibility to my friends and my girlfriend and some of my clients that still need me. Even though I retired, my clients still call us like, hey, I need money. And okay, well, what do I do? So like, no, I'm retired. I can't help you. No, I have to help them. I have to say like, all right, well, here's what you need to do. I have to go over their bank statements with them. I have to say like, okay, well, this is what you might be able to afford. If you have an opportunity with your money, yeah, go and get that. You can be able to afford this payment, and you'll be able to net more money than what the money costs you. Then it's a good thing. So I have to still work even though I'm retired. Sometimes clients call. Um, Postco says, "What's the best way to message you about music?" Probably Instagram. Try Instagram. If not, I'm just Randy Chavez on Facebook. I think I have a mask and I'm holding like a baby Yoda on Facebook as well. Andre Jr. says, "Thinking about putting a little bit into Earth 2, only $100 to start. Where should I buy tiles?" This is what I would do, Andre Jr. If I only had $100, I would buy $20 worth of tiles in Chavez Topia. Anywhere, doesn't matter. It could be on the far left, the far right, in the middle somewhere. And then what I would do is the rest of it, or let's say like $70, I would buy in anywhere that is cheap, anywhere that's 50 or 60 cents a tile. And why I would do that is because I would be able to take those tiles and that's really cheap and get resources and essence. And as we're able to mine those, bring it into Chavez Topia and then save $10 for when another country opens up and then try to buy it at that point. And when you buy it at that point for 10 cents or 20 cents or 30 cents, again, it's really, really cheap and bring all that essence into Chavez Topia. You don't need a lot in Chavez Topia. I think the more you get, the merrier it'll be, but you're not going to need that much in Chavez Topia because there's so much that I'm going to buy myself that I'm going to rent out to other people. There's going to be so much traffic there. If you want to buy more, it's great for everyone that's in Chavez Topia because of the land income tax and the price is going to rise. So yeah, price is going to rise anyway. Brian Flint says, "Hey, you're awesome, Randy, and I really can't wait to hang out in Chavez Topia with you guys, building, expanding, having a blast in Earth 2. I have so many ideas and can't wait to see which ones will come." I agree 100%. Part of what I love about this community is the creativity and people saying like, "Oh, can we do this? Can we do this?" And yeah, we should be able to. That's what I love about it. That's what I love about the ideas and the art that'll be created, the arts that can become NFTs, the NFTs that we can display as art is going to be bananas. So, like, I have to get my girlfriend to bed. She's been napping on the couch for an hour and a half now, and my baby girl Gemma over there, she's my doggo. I'll give you guys a second. Just F says, "LOL, it's all good, bro. Just want to give you some light on what else I see in this NFT AR space. You're awesome, bro, and real inspirational. Keep up the good work and keep giving the good advice." Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Just F. Flexes for everyone. Brian Flynn says, "Everyone I talk to about it thinks I'm crazy for buying virtual land, and all I say is wait 1 or 2 years." And so many people, yes, I think this is something that's gonna vindicate us. And I've had this so many times before. I've had this with even when I was in the military, and people say like, "Oh, why are you getting out? You getting out of the military? Listen, you got everything you need here. You got health insurance. You have basic allowance for housing. You have meals covered. You have a guaranteed job. It's hard out there." Obama was president at this time, so it was the economy was not the best. And it's just like, listen, you have a guaranteed job here. Don't get out. You're stupid if you get out. Just do your 20, get a pension. And it's like, listen, I don't like the a lot of things that the military does. Now, military is great, and you can go in as someone poor and come out and have the skills to be someone middle class, upper middle class. Like again, I was lower middle class, and after 4 years after the military, when I get out, and I'm middle class or upper middle class right now, and because of the investments that we're doing, we could be in the 1%. I don't even want to be in the 1%, but we could be upper middle class to close to rich just because of what we're doing here. And the people that said like don't get out, well, who's laughing now? They're still in and they're probably not happy. I mean, again, you have the camaraderie there, and it was the best job I ever had. Military was the best friends I ever had. The best time they were. You go through a lot together. But anyway, outside of that, I've had people tell me like, listen, you're gonna quit school. Like, I was going to school for X-ray technician. Like, you're gonna quit school to go give money to business owners that have 500 and 600 credit. You're gonna lose all your money. Everything you worked for is gonna go down the drain, and you're gonna be 28, 30 years old, and then you're gonna have to go back to school. And I was like, no, no, I will not. I see the potential here. I see the money that can be made, and I made it my own. I made a lot of money, and when I started buying Pokemon cards, everyone's like, "You're finally making money, and you're spending $800 and thousands on Pokemon. They're children's cardboard. I'm surprised they're even worth anything. Why are you doing this? And you could be buying, the S&P 500. You could be buying, these stocks, these ETFs. And when I finally did get into stocks and put it all of it into Tesla, they're just like, why are you buying Tesla? The CEO is like bipolar. He's a crackpot. You're gonna lose all your money. These Pokemon cards in Tesla, the cars don't work. They're having issues. They go on fire. I knew. I know that this is where the world is going electric to electric vehicles. And when I started buying Bitcoin, people are just like, people use Bit. I've been right every single time over the last 4 or 5 years, and we're right now. We're the ones that everyone's going to look at. I guarantee you, there are documentaries that are going to be made on Earth 2 and on VVverse and just on virtual reality in general. And there's going to be people in here that are going to be interviewed saying, like, you were one of the first ones. How did you do it? How did you feel? And that's what's going to vindicate us. Like, the money will come first. They're going to interview us after the money comes. But just saying that we were right, I love that. That's worth everything to me. Just knowing that I was right, because it means we're not dumb. Um, Andre Jr. says, "Awesome, man. Thanks for the advice. I haven't really looked much into it, but I'm going to check it out later tonight." Very good, Andre. Very good. Brian Flint says, "Been waiting for a living virtual world since I was a kid, and I can't wait. This is it. We are." It's just so chilly out right now. Brian Flint says, "Been wait. Yeah, virtual world. This is something that wasn't possible when we were kids. It was only something that we could dream about, and now it's a reality. It's happening." And I'm very, very excited that we're all going to be able to do this together. It almost doesn't seem real. It almost seems like I'm hallucinating this because it's so wonderful. It's so beautiful. Like the landscape. If you haven't seen the Earth 2 trailer, go look at it. And just the amazing way that the Earth is going is so star spangled. It's science meets magic, and it's just hard to believe that it's happening. We are alive in the greatest period of the history of the world. Aaron Flynn says, Pokemon Snap is out. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. So I got Pokemon Snap, and it's interesting because it like kind of holds your hand. Like, the old one is like, yeah, just press Z to take a photo. And it let you figure things out. It let you figure out that the more pictures of Lapras you take, the closer it comes. But in here, it's like, oh, you do this and you do this, and you'll be like, no, I want to be able to. Oh, Post Ghost, I just got your Instagram message. I'll look at that later. Um, it's able to tell you. It just tells you too much. It kind of holds your hand a little too much. I don't really like that. I want to be able to say, like, hey, I want to go and figure things out for myself. I want to be able to say that I figured it out on my own accord. That I didn't have my hand held. But outside of that, it's really fun. The interesting thing is you have these Pokemon interacting with each other now. Like, yeah, you had, Pikachu following a Voltorb in the first one, but now you have a Pikachu and a Grookey sleeping next to a Torterra, Pokemon from different generations and different places. It's really cool. It's really fun. And you have nighttime too. It's not just you can go during the day, but you can go at night too. It's really cool that they have that. And they have these little crevices of little things. Like, you don't just look from side to side, you look up. There's a hoot hoot in that tree. And then at nighttime, the hoot hoot is up going, ooh. So it's really fun. I enjoy it a lot. It is exciting, but surreal for sure. Exactly, Famulins. Basilio says, the part where you feel you're hallucinating all this, E2 and Omi, is just that you are in transition from the old world to the new one. I get those. Yeah, it's interesting. I mentioned it on Facebook before that I don't know if we have free will, because let's say if you're trying to clear your mind, get a little deep on here, I'm sorry, guys. If you're trying to clear your mind and you're just trying to relax and meditate, and then all of a sudden think, oh, puppies, oh, Mars attacks, oh, iCarly, like, who puts those thoughts in your head? You didn't think of it because you're trying to clear your mind, but somebody had to put it in there. And if somebody puts thoughts in your brain, do you have free will because you're acting on those? I don't know. It's really interesting. It's really cool. Vizilo says we are entering uncharted territory. We are. And I'm surprised there's not politicians saying we should really worry about virtual reality because I mean, there will probably be those people in general when they they missed out on the investment. Like, I didn't know about this. Like Nancy Pelosi, just anyone that's an old politician. It doesn't have to be Democrat or Republican, not either of them. Anyone that's just old and just doesn't understand that they don't know. Um, they're just gonna freak out about it. We saw that with Pokemon 20 years ago. Yeah, these religious people saying like Pokemon teaches evolution. The devil's gonna get inside your kids, and they're trying to do it with cartoons. The devil's in Asia, and like it's like you just sound ridiculous. You sound silly. No, it's a game, and people said that with Harry Potter too. Like they're teaching witchcraft to our kids. They're trying to do this. They're trying to upset the natural balance of order. And it's like you sound so crazy right now. It's ridiculous. It's silly. Vasilia says we do have free will, but we are constantly being influenced. Yeah, the influence comes from. You can make the argument that well, you see ads on TV, you have ads on the radio, ads on your phone, the banner ads you accidentally click on because the little X's are so tiny you can't hit it with your thumb. Yeah, you have that, but you also have potentially like let's say right now, me, you, my girlfriend, we're talking on the internet and there's radio waves all around us and we're not tuned into that radio. Like we're not hearing the Beatles, we're not hearing Z100, we're not hearing Post Malone because we're not tuned in it. But if someone turns on that radio, suddenly we are hearing it. So maybe we're being influenced by radio waves and other different things around us, but we don't hear it, so we're not consciously thinking of it, but subconsciously it's being put in. But the universe is crazy. The world is so interesting because, like, if you were an outsider, if you were an alien looking in, and you didn't know what Earth was, and you just see like these people, they talk on these cellular bricks, and they can talk to each other around the world, and they can see each other, but they get in these giant metal vehicles called airplanes, and they can move faster than the speeding bullet. Not really, but they could just move so fast and move so much. Like it would be the most psychedelic trip. People would think you're nuts. It's so cool what we can do with technology. Please excuse the typos. That's fine, Vasilio. Uh, Arimus Rutkowska says, "Hi, man. What's up, Arimus? How's it going?" Dave Androna said was trying to bounce around. Not sure if you covered the VV announcement and the Rogers and Cowan, assuming that's a fairly big deal. So what they're hypothesizing, and after they made that announcement with the VV thing, they said that somebody's asking, well, is this your big announcement that you partnered that you partnered with Rogers and Cowan? Is that it? And what they responded is they said, well, they're helping us spread it. They're helping us announce it. So the big announcement hasn't been made yet. Um, they've kind of debunked the Gary V thing, even though I still think something is happening with that. Even though they said it wasn't, might be lying to us. Kind of like when people say they ask like Tom Holland or Scarlett Johansson about Avengers, like, well, I don't know, but they really know. Um, I whatever it is, if it's not Gary V, it's probably Pokemon or something along those lines. Um, whatever it is, they need this giant company to help them with it, which I think is cool. Zio says our mind is electric and receptive to those waves. They are completely. Dave Androna says also hope E2 did purchase drone. Been waiting to stir the pot in the drone Discord. Yeah, that'd be great. Guys, I do have to go. I love you all. It's so late right now. I have a busy weekend. I have a crazy busy week. I love you. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Comments are good for the YouTube algorithm. Everyone comment, where is Dashi at? Thank you for all the likes. Thank you for getting me to 47 likes. $60 in the super chat is amazing, even though I only have 18 people right now. You guys are the best. Dave Androna says, haha, thanks, man. Have a good night. The Roby One Kenobi says, whoop, whoop. Yep, thank you, thank you. So I love you guys again. You all are the best. Again, Twitch, Guidebook Gaming's Twitch is down below, Pi down below, Patreon down below, everything down below. Good night, Vasilio. I love you all. Goodbye. Bye bye, Dashi. Meow, 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 meow. My cat says bye. Meow, 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 meow. Great stream, bro. Have a good night, everyone.